Hey, fellow Kotanas, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Crupivian, and today we start in on a season mode of Bill Walsh College Football for the Super Nintendo. So we got Washington versus Kansas, and how this is going to work, it's not going to be the usual way these seasons work out. We aren't going to focus on just one team versus every other. It's going to be each week is a different game. So week 2, different games or game. Could be 1, could be 2, could be 3. I don't know how many each week's going to have within each video, but we are going to work that way as Kansas has the ball first here. So yeah, Washington and Kansas, I think, was a good pick to start this off. And Kansas right now on 4th and 9, looking to punt this ball away. Early punt, not the way you want to start a season out, obviously, but it's the way Kansas must start it out. Nice punt down the field, and Washington's going to start it at midfield. Little gain of 4 there. Little return of 4, I should say. So here we go, Washington. Now 4:26 in the first quarter, and Washington down the field. It's incomplete. Kansas, I felt this would be a good start for the season. Let's see how good of a game it actually is, though. And a run play here to 42. Nice little gain of 4. Gets it on the other side. Flips the field for Washington, and 3rd and 6 now. Washington faces. And in a high formation, Washington, they hiked it, and it is thrown. Caught. What a catch by number 9 for a gain of 16 yards. Washington is moving it, playing that field position, and right now they got it rolling. And another run play attempt here, and a loss of 2 for number 8. Again, like I said in the first video that I did of Bill Walsh College Football for the Super Nintendo, running kind of non-existent in this game. And a deep pass caught, and it's a touchdown, Washington. They take the lead first here in this game, 6-0 lead. Looking for the extra point here, and they got it up. It is good. 7-0 Washington leads. Kind of couldn't ask for anything better to start out your game. Your defense goes out there, stops them, and then your offensive first drive goes for a touchdown. Pretty simply put, that's what you want, without a shadow of a doubt. Kansas now back out for their second drive, offensive drive of the game. 3:20 left at their 20-yard line, and a nice actually little run there. Gain of 3 with their fullback, number 33. I believe it was their fullback anyway. Did they have fullbacks back then? They may not have. I don't know. Actually, I do know. But, and a nice little run again by 33 for 2 yards. So 5-yard gain in total for Kansas to start out this drive. 3rd and 5. Can they get that first down? Pass. It's picked. It is picked by Washington. Can they go for a pick six? No, he is brought down, but oh, it couldn't have come at a worse time. When Kansas needed a first down, they throw a pick. 2:42 left, 1st and 10, Washington. Big pass play there to number 18, and it's a gain of 12, 1st down in the red zone now. Oh, baby, Kansas's defense is got to find a way to stifle this offense early. Can they do it in a run play here? Nope, loss of 1. Like I said, running non-existent in this game. It's hard to run in this game. It really is. For the player or the computer. Shotgun formation. Looks like a 3-set wide receiver set. Pass could have been called a defensive pass interference, but no call. So 3rd and 11 here, and a big chance for the Kansas defense to make a huge stop in the first game of the season. It is incomplete. So they make the stop. Will Washington, they will kick the field goal. Here we go. 4th and 11. That wind is whipping, and they get the field goal, a 35-yarder. It's good. 10-0. Washington extends their lead early in this game. Well, now you gotta, if you're Kansas, you gotta get that ball in the end zone. Washington has stopped you on your first drive, picked it off on the second drive. Now you gotta get it going. You gotta find a way to go against that wind and pass the ball, run the ball, anything you can to get in that end zone. And a run play, never mind. Loss of 1 by number 26 there. And Kansas definitely struggling early. Didn't expect that to be the way this game would start out. And another loss. Number 2 runs for a loss of 2. 2 on 2. All right, 3rd and 13. Couldn't be an any worse point for Kansas early on the game, and they don't even get a chance to really pick it up. It is going to be 4th down, and they will have to punt the ball away again. Cannot believe that Kansas is going to start it out this way. It's kind of interesting because their stats in this game are actually technically on the better side in terms of Kansas football around this time. I mean, not that oh my God, it could be a return for 6 and for a gain of 41 by 42 on a punt of 39 yards. Oh boy, 54 seconds left. Washington is looking to extend it with a 3rd scoring drive in the first quarter. If they do it within those 54 seconds, I don't see Kansas making a comeback at any point. Clock running, 2nd and 12 after that loss on the first play, and he gets the first down. No, maybe not. 82 for 11 yards, and they do not get it. That first down measurement, just barely there. Need an extra inch, don't we always? And loss of 2. See what Washington decides to do here. They just decide to let that clock run out in the first, or if they do decide they are lining up for the field goal, let's see if they decide to kick it. They do, and they get it. 13-0, 25-yard kick. Washington extends it, but Kansas's defense did really good there. They came up and they stopped them, so can't deny that. It's what Kansas needed. It's a 2-score game, but nonetheless, if they would have made it a 3-score game, it would have been a lot worse. So 1 second, we'll click off here. Gain of 3 by number 26, and for Washington, a great way to start out their first quarter and their season. Not a great way for Kansas. Didn't even get off of their side of the field. So here we go, second quarter, 2nd and 8 from the 22-yard line. See what Kansas can do out of the shotgun. Another run play, and this time it's a loss of 5. Going backwards is not going to help you in this situation, Kansas. 3 receivers set. Shotgun. Pass is intercepted again. It's 15. Oh, no. Not what you wanted if you are Kansas. This is not going well. And in a 3-defender...
First down.
I'm losing my train of thought because this game is just mind-blowing how Washington is pretty much destroying Kansas this early. Loss of 4 there, so that's a plus for the defense of Kansas, but a negative for Washington, obviously. Split back, 2 receivers set, and oh, look at this, some trickery, and it goes for a loss of 12. Four minutes coming up here, and again, Kansas's defense stifling the Washington offense in the red zone for the third time in a row. So Kansas has something to build on defense, but their offense just cannot seem to get anything rolling, and it is no good. A 36-yard kick is no good, and they finally fully stop this Washington offense from getting any points. Stays 13-0. From the 20-yard line, Kansas, and it's batted down at the line by 15. This Washington defense came in wanting to win, and they are looking to try and secure it early. And actually a pipeline was opening up there. Could have been a big run, but they were able to stop him before he ever got any further out than the 3 yards he gained. And a pass play chance, no. Not exactly the passes you would want if you are Kansas right now. You don't want to keep doing those because this is going to keep happening. You're going to keep having to punt on 4th and longs. Washington, oh, this time the wind's going to help Kansas out a little bit, and a tie from 42, trying to just get a little more yardage. 56-yard punt return for 14 yards. So Kansas's defense has done 3 positives in a row here, by all means. Kept them to 2 field goals on the last drives before the last drive, the immediate last drive that got a field goal no good. And 2nd and 22, and quarterback just decided to take it up the gut and try and gain some of those yardage back. He does. 3rd and 16 now. 29-yard line. It's a pass and incomplete. Receivers got to be careful there. Could have been called for offensive pass interference, but for the first time in this game, Washington's going to have to punt it. So a little bit of a stalemate right now, and Kansas does get it. Oh, and look at this, a big return. Finally flipping the field for Kansas. It's the punt returner doing it on a 27-yard field goal or punt return. All right, split back. Here he goes up the gut. 9-yard gain. Best run of the day by either team. So good stuff for Kansas now. They got a chance to get close. And 33 up the gut. He got it. Gain of 4. It's hard to tell with these games because back then you couldn't really tell just by your eye whether or not they actually got the yardage they needed. It was always, is it that close? And another run play here goes for a loss of 1. Time to probably start mixing in some pass plays, I would think, for Kansas. Something not so short. And another run play goes for not. Short loss by number 6. All right, 3rd and 12 here. So we coming up on a minute eventually here in this game. And Kansas is going to call a timeout. They have 2 remaining. But I believe it is 4th down. It is 4th and 7. Interesting time to call a timeout with a minute 13. That leaves Washington a lot of time to get down the field. Big kick, gets it in 32-yarder. 13-3. Let's do it. Kansas finally on the board. Kickoff from Kansas. Washington. Nice little return there. 56-yard kick, returned for 14, so pretty good net. Could have been a lot worse. Motion for Washington, and it's another pass, and incomplete. He had it, but he couldn't bring it in. 1:01 left. 2nd and 10. And it's a run play, and it's a big one. He's able to get out of there. He may have got the first down on a run, and a timeout by Washington.
First down.
So that is a good second play of this drive for Washington. We'll see if they can keep this momentum going for the rest of this drive. Pass is incomplete. Could have been called pass interference again. That was the way of it, though, back then. They just let him play for the most part. Deep pass. It's caught by number 9. He could go. No. 44-yard gain there, and it is deep in Kansas's zone now. Continuing to let the clock run. Smart by Washington, and then they're trying this trick again. This time he's just looking to run it. Gets a nice little gain of 6. And this time Washington will call a timeout. 1 remaining. See what Washington can dish up next. Another split back play coming up here. Going way back, and it is incomplete. Nice defensive stand there. One more play, and they can have... It's been a really good defensive half for Kansas, and they are able to stop Washington. 12 seconds remain. Won't be enough time for Kansas to really get anything going, but I've seen crazy things happen in this game before. He puts that one through the uprights. 32 yards, 16-3. Washington leads. Been a nice little checker kind of game for the most part. I mean, one team moves there, the other moves there, and it's been interesting to see how this first half has really come about, because started out looking like Washington was just going to come out and dominate it, but Kansas's defense flipped it. And a gain of 2 there. Probably not going to see any timeouts. Nope. It is the end of the first half. All right, guys. Here we go. Second half. It is time. I hope you're ready. It's been actually a really interesting chess match up to this point. We'll see what continues in this, if it's more defense or if the offense on either side gets going. Washington, of course, gets the ball to start the second half here. And they started off on a fullback rush. Interesting. The mind games also coming into play a little bit here for these two teams. So 4-yard gain there. And Washington, pass play, looking for a big pass, and he gets it, and it flips the field. 29-yard gain on that pass play. Oh, boy. That is not what you wanted if you were our Kansas's defense. And then run play, that's what you want if you're Kansas's defense. Loss of 2 on a run play. Hopefully we won't have to see the ambulance come out and run over players. A+ to everybody who got that reference. Washington, another rush play there by number 8. Gain of 8. Could be an omen. We'll see. 3rd and 4. Big chance for Kansas to get off the field. Washington, and it's a wide open 82 for a gain of 11. And that will keep the drive alive for Washington. Definitely not what you wanted to see if you are Kansas. Big pass down the field, caught. Stopped at the 1. It looked like the 1. It might be the 1. Is it the 1? Yes, it's the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. And now, if you are Kansas's defense, you really got to show up. And it's a run play in for a 1-yard touchdown out of the shotgun. Kansas was lining up for a pass. Looked like Washington was too, but it is going to be 6 on a rush. And then the extra point makes it 7. Ooh, boy. Kansas is now deep in the hole. How can Kansas possibly get out of this, I wonder? Well, one way they can get out of it is their offense getting down the field on this play or on this drive and getting into that end zone, and then their defense, of course, making stops. And also turning the ball over helps. Not if you're Kansas, though. If you turn the ball over, it don't help you out one bit. Gain of 5 there by number 5. Clock running here on the 25-yard line of Kansas, and a nice run play, putting his head down and just trying to bowl through that Washington defense. Got a little bit of celebration going on there. 3rd and 3. Love the celebrations in this game. It always looks so funny sometimes, especially when the players either look like they're going for a clap on each other or, they headbutt each other, helmet butt each other, and one of them goes down. It's like, really, guys? Trying to injure each other that bad? Nice little trick play here that goes incomplete, and that is a turnover on downs. 23-3, and now it is in danger of really getting out of hand. And it's wide open, middle of the field. They stop him just before he gets into the end zone, but 2-yard line. This is not looking good. Washington's defense and offense came out of the halftime, and they are playing better than they did in the first half. 29-3 now, and looking for a 30-3. They get it. It is good, and now Kansas has got to ask themselves, how are we going to stop this team? And that goes way out of the back of the end zone. When that happens in this game, you know the wind's whipping one side or the other. So that is some pretty nasty wind right now. Kansas wants to try and make this home effort look a little more respectable. Right now, it'd be a pretty interesting game if they were able to make a comeback at this point in time, because no other chance do they have of possibly winning. And it's picked. It is picked by number 23, who doesn't go down, and he will get in for a pick 6, the first of the season here. Washington extends their lead 36-3. Oh no. Not the way you want to start a season when you're Kansas. Carry on, my wayward son, because this is about as wayward as you want to be right now. They are trying to find their way back home. All right, Kansas back on offense here. 2:06 left to go in the third quarter. From their 20, deep pass. It's caught on a corner route. Or no, on a hitch route, actually. 28-yard gain there. Nice play to get this drive started for Kansas. Quarterback rollout, it looks like, and it goes incomplete. But it was a nice little call, nice little play there. They are trying to get downfield, but this Washington defense has been stifling them all game long. Deep pass, caught. Oh, they may have something rolling here. Number one, getting that first down. Haven't seen a third down yet this drive. See if they can keep that rolling for themselves. Pass incomplete into just a army of players. Not exactly the way you want to do that, but it is what it is, I guess, at the end of it. And another incomplete maybe. Yes, it does go down. So the first third down of this drive, can Kansas make something happen here? They need to if they want to make a chance at a comeback, and they got in on third down for the touchdown. Kansas gets it closer, but they got a lot of work to do ahead of them. 37-9 right now, and Kansas gets the field goal. It is 37-10. So some positives happening here at the end near the end of the third quarter for Kansas. Now their defense needs to make something happen here. And if you're Kansas, you got some pretty good things happening with your defense, but overall, not exactly what you would want. Not in this third quarter anyway. That first and second quarter did a lot better. Washington clearly did, and a sack. Loss of 3 yards out of that sack, and that will help Kansas's confidence here in this game if they can make a full stop on this drive. And number 11 again on a rush play here, gain of 4. So he will get those yards back, +1, 3rd and 9 here. Clock continues to run, but it's not too worrisome for Kansas yet. You're not in the fourth quarter with the clock running. 4th and 9, they are going to have to punt the ball away. I mean, they wouldn't have to. They could go for it. It's an option. I mean, it's what most people probably would do, but not Washington in this situation. And Washington gets him down, 52-yard punt on a gain of 9. Could have been a lot better net if you are Kansas, but hey, you'll take what you can get at this point. 24 seconds left in the third. Pass play here. 18 rolls out. Passes down the field, and it's almost caught, but incomplete. Well, Kansas now needs to get something rolling for them on this drive on offense. They need to get a first down going, and they do. They got the first, and it's a big one. 32 yards by number 5 on that pass play. Oh, yes, that is what you want when you're Kansas, and you're down 37-10. End of the third quarter, we head to the fourth with not necessarily a blowout, not necessarily a rout, but some very skilled gaming by Washington over Kansas right now. Can't deny the fact that Washington has definitely been the most skilled team in this game, but right there, Kansas shows some of its skill and gets into that end zone. 37-16. Kansas, no, it's a fake field goal, and they failed the 2-pointer. It'll stay 37-16, but that is actually not bad for Kansas, because now you're right in the crosshairs of Washington's points. If you are able to get 3 more touchdowns, you are able to tie it. Can they get it done? We will have to wait and see. Only 4:54 left. Turnover would really help Kansas at this point in the game. See if Kansas's defense is up to the task of making a turnover here. They were coming on a rush of the quarterback, but he is able to get it out and get a first down on a 14-yard pass. Big play mentality for Washington right now. That is what is in their heads. Another rush blitz on there, and he will catch it again. 17 yards on that one, and I believe it flips the field by a yard. It does. 49-yard line of Kansas now. Washington is moving the ball down the field. Not something you want if you're Kansas. Loss of 1. 31 doesn't get out of the backfield. Kansas, more than ever, needs to have some kind of energy to get this ball back in their offensive hands. And this is their chance, 3rd and 11. Can they stop them? Pass is incomplete, batted down by a lineman. That was great play on the blitz to stop and get your hands up, and that will get the ball back in the hands of your offense. So can Kansas do it? I've seen crazier things happen in this game. Believe me, there's been some wild times with this game. I mean, just absolutely amazing situations where one team could seemingly be blowing out one side or the other in a big gain there of 20 by 82 on that pass play. Even playing other people on this game, because back then you didn't have the ridiculousness of online play. You actually had to be there in person playing with somebody while they watched your controller and watched which play you were choosing. But yeah, I mean, it was always just some of the most interesting football gaming of my life, and still is to this day. I mean, I love this game, everything about it. And that pass play doesn't go for anything. He didn't even get his hands on it. Too much heat on that one. 3rd and 17. Need a big first down. Kansas, and he gets taken down, sacked by number 76, a loss of 15. So Kansas is going to go for it. Big 4th down and long here. Can they do it? He does get it out, but they won't get anywhere near that first down marker. Only a gain of 10, and it's on Kansas's side of the field, which is not where you want it to be if you're Kansas with this kind of lead, and you are actually having some momentum on your side. Washington's just trying to kill that clock, clearly, or as much time as they can before they either give it back to Kansas. Clock running. Kansas not wanting to take any timeouts yet, and a pass play that goes for a loss of 2. Kind of a rarity. Right now, 2 plays going back-to-back losses. All right. Number 11 again. Goes back. Big pass. It's caught. First down. 22 yards for number 9. He has been the big playmaker all game long. And this clock continues to run with that first down. Another big run play here. Loss of 3. And right there, we're getting some of the headbutts. Luckily, they stay on their feet, both of them. I swear some of the times I've seen in this game players doing that celebration and one of them just goes down. It makes me laugh every single time. And now you see Washington just trying to kill that clock, letting that play clock go down, and it's another touchdown, which will definitely end any hopes of a comeback for Kansas, as if they had any hopes to begin with. Washington just outplayed them in this game, 44-16. Still not a blowout by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. It's not. I don't call this a blowout. But Washington definitely rolled Kansas on this one. 61-yard kick. Number 82 returns it for return of 11. So Kansas does have a shot to try and make this score somewhat more respectable, and they start out with a big pass. Doesn't go for anything. Incomplete. 1:23. Clock stops, of course. And shotgun again, and 14. Oh, he's going to go up the gut and run it. had a hole there, 13-yard gain, and Kansas this time will call their first time out. That was a nice little play by Kansas's quarterback. Can tell he wants to give his team a chance, even though right now they really don't have a chance. And 82, been the number 9 for Kansas in this game today.
First down.
All right, so another big first down play after that. And Kansas, another pass play, incomplete. Good little defensive play by Washington. Gotta say, I haven't been too impressed with Washington's defense. Kansas's defense was more impressive in the second, and there is the pass interference. It is called, and Kansas gets an automatic first. Well, if you want it to come, this is how you want it to happen, but really, all in all, you never want a penalty at any point in the game. Leading, tied, down, it doesn't matter. Clock continues to run, 2nd and 10. And Kansas batted down at the line again. Big third down play coming up here. Can they convert a big one and keep this drive alive? He's rolling around in the backfield, and he will be stopped. He was going to go on the rush again, but he was stopped, sacked, loss of 2, and Kansas going to try and give it one more last gasp. Can they get a first down on 4th? They do. Wide open, number 1, and they do more than that. Oh, they almost got in for the touchdown. 46 yards for number 1 on that pass play, and Kansas is in business. Can they get one last touchdown to make this score more respectable? And that could have been called another pass interference. But they do not call it. It's a little iffy sometimes. And 33. Short gain there. And Kansas will call its last timeout with 4 seconds left. So 3rd and goal, and this is pretty much Kansas's last opportunity. A goal line stand look for Washington, and it's going to be intercepted. Very much the way that this game has gone for Kansas's quarterback today, how he started and how he finished. That is going to end it. 1 second left to click off of the clock, and Washington probably just going to take it upfield a little bit. Yep, 4-yard gain there just to get that 1 second off, and it will be a 44-16 victory for Washington. So, guys, I thank you all so much for watching. Week 2 will be coming up shortly. Hopefully, next week. More interesting games to come. Possibly 2 or 3 next week. We'll see what's on the docket for the following week, and we'll keep going on in this season, because this season's going to be mixed with various little different types of games here and there. It's going to be maybe some bye weeks thrown in there, but yeah, ultimately I wanted to do a season mode for Bill Walsh College Football. Was kind of the one that I decided to go with, and yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and thumb that like button. If you want to subscribe and come join us for more rad videos, it'd be awesome of you. If you want to leave a comment down below, go ahead. I always love hearing from guys. Aside from that, always remember to imagine your dream, create your happiness, and live your life on the edge. I will see you in that next episode. See ya.